coming up this week,
we have a catch-up because it's been over a month, and we talk about Robin's weaning journey.
Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm a 30-something, and I'm learning how to be a dad.
And I'm Dan. I'm also a 30-something, and I consider myself to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi because I've got a couple of kids. So, welcome back everybody to another episode of Ramblings of Dadmen. I am still Dan. I actually forgot who I was then. I thought I was Matt. You're Matt. I'm Dan.
I'm still Matt. I'm the ginger one. You're the tall one.
I actually forgot the name of the podcast. It's been that long. How bad's that?
It has been a while. Sorry, guys. We've been busy. Like, there's no other way to describe it. We've had a lot going on, but you know, and everyone supported us, so we thought we're going to make the effort to record. Although it's going to be slightly different for the next few weeks, we're going to try something out.
Yeah, and you know what? It's worth mentioning as well that we have done this for pretty much 6 months solid without a break. So I think just having that 4 weeks off that we've had. That's helped us build up some content and some funny things. Hopefully you'll find them funny. But yeah, as Matt said then, we're going to try a new format. This is basically going to be very raw. And by that, I don't mean uncooked. This could either go super well and be the new format of the series, or it could go horribly wrong and we'll say something that we regret. Basically, everything that we say now is going to get recorded. We're not going to edit it. It's the uncut version.
It is the uncut version, and maybe once, if this goes well, we might get a little live video going on Instagram maybe and do it live. But let's see how this goes. Any feedback will be appreciated. Daniel, how the devil have you been?
Tired.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much the last 4 weeks for me has been spent decorating with a paintbrush in my hands or some form of tool and just decorating. I mean, I travelled to work last week and I'm still knackered from that.
Talk to me about that. That was a hell of a day by the sounds of it.
Yeah, 4 a.m. start for the work colleagues that listen. I did get up at 4 a.m. Solid. I drove down. I was at an event. And then drove back. So it was like 10 hours worth of driving. Driving past Birmingham, which if anyone has ever done that in rush hour knows that is not a pleasant journey. So done that. What else? In the last month, you know what? George has got a new bed, which is probably the highlight of the month.
A bed that I'm sure you put up, right?
I did. And you know what? It's actually taller than me. Now, For everyone who knows us, I'm a tall guy. I've got to stand on my tiptoes to see Georgia in this bed. So it's one of those high sleepers. From IKEA, I completely underestimated it, turned up in my car to go and buy it. And they went, yeah, it's at the warehouse in the corner. I'm thinking, yeah, it's fine. It's because it's in 2 boxes. Don't worry. Turns up, and the guy came out with, I shit you not, 6 fucking boxes.
Oh, my days.
Yeah, it took me a week. It didn't take me a week. It took me, I think it was 8 hours to actually put it all together, and I instantly regretted it.
That is, I mean, I wouldn't have done it. I think I would have. I'd have rang somebody up. I'd have paid some handyman to come and do it. Like, how's your patience with that? Because we've only built some little things, and me and Becky are famed for not having an argument yet, but I think the only time that we've come close is when it's come to building furniture. So, like, how did you stay calm?
Yeah, I'm all right with building shit.
Oh,
just leave me to it. Don't talk to me while I'm doing it, because if I build it wrong, I'll get really pissed off if anyone's watching, and then I'll follow the instructions. But most of it's the same. You know, it's them twisty screws, and it's pretty repetitive. Screw this in here. Now do it 10 more times. Okay. So, you know, yeah, I built it on my own, and proud of that. Great, but making that bed's an absolute bastard.
I can imagine.
Because I've got to get on my tiptoes. I'm not going up there making it. So, there's a full-on ladder for it. It's a monster. It's an ace thing. Like, you've got a wardrobe in it, you've got a desk underneath. Georgia loves it.
I guess that's the thing. For when you're a 6-year-old, like, it'll be your own little space to get away from everybody, isn't it? So I bet she's amazed by it.
Yeah, she loves it. The first couple of days, like, we were looking for her, and like, Georgia, where are you? I'm in my room. All right. You're not a teenager yet. What's going on? And she'd climbed up in a bed, watching a tablet, like watching YouTube in a bed.
Wow.
This is a sign of things to come. Okay.
Well, I wish I could say that I've had an exciting couple of weeks, but it's been work, and I've picked up a second job at the minute just to try and, you hear everything on the news about things going up and electricity and, there's just loads of stuff. So I've picked up a second job just to try and ease a little bit of pressure. Becky's been on maternity and stuff like that. So just been working loads. It's just one of them things, isn't it? You just got to do it at the minute.
And you know what, though? Like, genuinely, we've not discussed this, but be wary of, like, burnout from working too much.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely enjoy and savor the moments where you're not working. I mean, we've discussed this before about, in the other episodes that we've done, but it can just creep up on you it's very easy to just keep working, or if you're working 2 jobs, you just go from one into the next, and then before you know it, you've done a 15-hour day or whatever.
I mean, I'm not going to do it all the time, and to be honest, I'm kind of lucky at one aspect of one of the jobs. I'm at home, so Becky and Robin are at one side of me. On Thursday, Flossie was on an inset day, so she's on the other. So I'm still getting to see people, but I know what you mean. It's 8 till 4 in one job, 5 till 10 or 5 till 11 in the other job, and before you know it, you're in 15 hours in terms of traveling for the other job. So I get it.
I tell you what, I bet the taxman fucking loves you, though.
Well, off there, we've just had a very nice chat about how much we've owed the taxman. So hopefully he might give me some money back, because he took a lot off me in November. So
they love it. They start rubbing their hands together whenever anyone gets a second job. They don't just put the salaries together like, no, you want to improve your life? Don't be daft.
Yeah, exactly.
Bastards.
Oh, anyway, so that's where I'm up to. We're working a lot. We're trying to be pragmatic and hope I'm not going to burn out and stuff like that. Well, hopefully, and just try and play it by ear and only pick up a few more shifts now and then. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, apart from that, a few nice little highlights. I don't know if you've seen. Robin's gone kind of viral on TikTok. I say kind of viral. It's 29,000 hits on one video, I think.
I mean, I don't know TikTok, so I don't know if that's viral or not. To me, that's a lot of people.
I don't know. I think TikTok is where you get millions and millions, don't you? You get hundreds of thousands, but 29,000. And the thing is, sorry, this isn't on our Rambling's Dad Men TikTok. We don't do TikTok. It's on Becky's personal TikTok. But she's been putting all this effort into doing all these blogs and making body positive family stuff. And we went on holiday and we decided to do a blog of every day, and you can see what kind of things we did. And those are doing, a couple of hundred, got to a couple of thousand at one point. And then the most rubbish video, and Becky would agree to this. She just put one of Robin asleep because she was watching The Walking Dead, and she said, "This is Robin's white noise because I watched about 1,000 episodes when I was pregnant." And it just got like 30,000 views.
Go figure.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, if anyone wants to watch that, you can find Becky's TikTok on. I don't know. I don't know how you find TikTok. I'm sure someone will put it in the link. Someone will link it up, and
If
we'll
anyone
figure it
says
out.
to me I've gone viral, I think they've been to doctors. Like that's the level of dad I'm at. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just
you want to make a dad joke somewhere.
Yeah, he had some penicillin for that. No.
But yeah, and I mean, there's also been a couple of milestones over the past couple of weeks as well. Robin has laughed for the first time, and then never done it since.
Yeah, they've got a habit of doing that. Like the first time Georgia walked, actually no, that was on camera. No, was it?
Actually, that's really funny because we managed to get Robin's laugh on camera, and then she hasn't done it since. It's weird. A couple like little giggles, like a little tiny, like she's laughing or she's going a bit high pitched, should I say? She's not laughing, but then no proper belly laughs.
See, this is what they do. Like, maybe she's just like a modern day, like viral star now. She knows, so she's only going to perform on camera. Maybe. So you just have to film her 24/7.
Like the Truman Show. Just let her do it. Let her do it now.
Yeah, fuck it. So on the topic of Robin, how is she? Like, I think it's been a while. For the benefit of everybody else, when we very first started this, we did T minus X amount of weeks, and I think a lot of people followed that journey. What's the opposite of T minus? Is like T plus?
Yeah. How's she getting on? Do you know what? She's doing really, really well at the minute. She's 5 months old now, which seems like it's just gone in 2 minutes. So obviously, when we started this podcast, Becky was 28 weeks pregnant, maybe. So it's just flown by. Anyway, she's doing okay. I don't know in the background. You can hear her scream. Yeah. To be honest, sorry about that.
She screamed on cue. Exactly what I've just said. Thanks, she knows we're recording. She's just appeared.
Thanks. We can't even edit this out this week. Fuck it out. Yeah, no, she's doing really well. And you know what? I was literally just gonna say just before she started crying was she's such a happy little baby as well. Like she's she doesn't tend to cry in the daytime anymore. She's just we watched a video. It was actually a course that we did. This course was meant to be like £200-300. But Becky's in like a Facebook mums group, and this person who's some sort of psychologist, some child psychologist, usually runs a course for £200-300, but decided to make like a group Zoom call, and everyone chucked in, and I think it ended up costing like £8 or £5 to do this sleep therapy course. And basically they were saying that babies in this kind of age group that they're in are such like little what's the best way to describe it? They're like supercomputers, just trying to feed on information all the time, and they're doing so many little changes and so many little things that they learn on a day-to-day basis. And this is where Robin's at, and you can see her, you can kind of see her just like understanding the world a little bit more. And obviously the big one, the one that we've done over the past 2 weeks. Sorry about this course. I've just got off topic a little bit. This course
I'm more like amused at the fact that you've just referred to Robin as a supercomputer. Like, well, that's the kind of shit that I like get involved in with my day job. Like, no, stop referring to fucking these fill like 1,000 square foot data. No, it's bigger than 1,000 square foot, but like data centers with loads of like silicon and flashing lights and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm just saying like a 5-month-old baby is better than them.
Yeah, I mean, it's whenever computer overlords actually do take over the world, because it's going to happen at some point. I for one think you're amazing and don't think you're like a 5-year-old kid. Matthew does.
You like work in Skynet or something, so it's all going to be your fault anyway. Terminator reference there for any geeks. So the course was all about sleep. And my point of what I'm getting to is that, Robin is doing really well in the daytime, struggles at sleep kind of that. Like, she won't genuinely sleep for more than an hour, a couple of hours on the time. But the whole point of this course is because she's, like, struggling to have... She's basically hyper all the time kind of thing. She's got so much information, she's just, like, can't turn off. And it's an amazing, like, when you put it in that sort of perspective, isn't it? Because she's learning everything. Anyway, the course was really useful. Recommend it. It was about sleep. It was basically just saying, don't worry about it. They'll sleep eventually, which is great at the time. And you know what? It's really reassuring that we paid £8
to be
figure
told,
that out.
it's fuck all you can do. They will sleep. I mean, there's only so long they can be awake for.
Exactly. That's kind of the course. I mean, it was interesting, but that was kind of the course. It was like, kind of get over it.
Did you learn anything else? Like, is there any tidbits that you can share with people?
I mean, I'm a really bad person because I might have just put my headphones in halfway through and said, I don't want to listen to this anymore. Becky did it. I'm a really shit person, but ironically, Robin was asleep for just like, I'm taking 20 minutes here.
Maybe that's the thing. Like, you pay that £8 and this person is just boring, and they just bore your kid to sleep.
Maybe. I mean, it worked with me.
Beck does that to me. Like, if she ever wants to go to sleep, she'll just ask me, like, tell me something about computers, and I'm like, oh, you want to hear about it? Amazing, right? Let's begin. Where shall I start? Or tell me about space or something. And then I start going on about, like, fucking black holes and all that shit. And then before you know it, she's fast asleep. I'm like, so what else do you want to hear about that? Great. Thanks, love.
I remember. I listened to this podcast, and it's a very niche podcast. It's called The Scent Geeks. It's finished now, but you can still listen to them. And, like, I used to listen to it at night time just to kind of wind me down and stuff like that. And Becky started listening to it, and now it's the only thing she'll go to sleep to. Like, she has to put it on at night time to listen to it, which is fine. But like I say, it's now finished. So there's the same episodes just, like, listening to. And then she falls asleep within, like, 15 minutes, and then you turn it off or whatever. It's fine. But yeah, it's weird that. But yeah, so
we used to use the.
Sorry.
Oh, go on. Sorry. No, well, I was just going to say we used to use the Alexa for that because it had. Is the one in this room? No. Good.
Like
it's
a
not
time.
No, it's got. There's a app that's part of it where you basically tell it to play sleep sounds.
Okay.
And that's built into it, or it's one of the skills, I think they call them, not apps. The irony is you've got to go on your phone to look at a list of all the different ones rather than just telling it, or you say read out a list, and then it goes on for a fucking hour, and then that shit sends you to sleep. But you can then set a timer and, you know, like in 30 minutes, turn it off. And to be fair, some of them are quite, like, calming. It's like waves or thunder or rain outside. You can find them all on any streaming service, really. There's a lot of them out there, but it's quite cool. We've listened to them a few times.
Robin really likes going to sleep to rain noise or waves or something like that. So, we find that quite useful. Apart from when I was in bed and then I had a massive dream that I was in a tsunami or a tidal wave or something because of all the wave noises that were just going on.
Or you piss yourself.
Well, I could have done that. It would not, it would not surprise me. Those are the worst dreams. Have you ever had them dreams where you dream that you're pissing, but you're not pissing? No, just me then. Fuck my life, eh?
And I don't have the other version of that dream either, where you wake up and you are actually pissing.
Oh dear. Yeah. So anyway, back to talking about some actual parenting stuff, because let's stick to the point. Another milestone that Robin has done, and it's a big one. These past 2 weeks or so, she started to eat proper food, I guess.
Oh, good.
So, and that's kind of something I wanted to talk about. I know that we're just trying to streamline the podcast, so we won't go into so much of it. But it's so like, from like what the NHS says, and from like what, you know, our parents might say and have said, and other things, it's so like so different. Like loads of people do different things, and there doesn't seem to be a right answer. I mean, the NHS talk about how it's 6 months now that you should start feeding babies, but even when you walk into Asda, or you walk into Tesco, or you walk into anything, you've got like solid baby food there from 4 months old. And it's just kind of confusing. I mean, America, it seems to looks like going to be interesting to hear off some of our American listeners as well, because they recommend from 4 months, it looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm just interested in like, what was your experience? We started off with baby rice, which seems to be like the most the gateway drug, for want of a better word. It's the most thing that's like milk. But Robin's like really picked up with it, and you know, you hear the term baby fed weaning as well, and I don't know if that's something that you've ever come across, because the other part about it is that I'm a bit of a nervous wreck. Like, I'm like, we mushed up some avocado the other day and had that, and she was like coughing a little bit. Now, I know that babies have a good choking reflex. It's one of the good things about babies, apparently. But I'm worried, and I'm kind of nervous and anxious and over maybe preparing stuff. Whereas Becky, second child, she's like, oh, fuck it, just give it him. It's fine. They'll cough it out if they need to. What's like your kind of experience? Did you have that with Beck? Did you have that because obviously, well, with Georgia, it's a similar kind of situation where Beck was her
first time round. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. So talk to me about your experiences.
I think a lot of the government advice is like the risk averse. Like, it's advice, take it or leave it. But the whole point of it is to try and get the majority of people, you know, something that works for the majority of people. Like the whole thing with mayonnaise, for example. I don't even know if you can or can't at the minute, but when Beck was pregnant with Georgia, there was no mayonnaise.
Right,
but
okay.
Even when I was a kid and 10 years before that, mayonnaise just wasn't a thing, but it's because it contains raw eggs in some way, shape, or form.
Oh yeah, of course, and the same with unpasteurized cheese as well, isn't it? It's the same.
Yeah, so there's a risk of salmonella. Like, there's a small risk. So the whole point of advice is like, it's risk averse. It's just minimizing that risk. So the whole thing with maybe the NHS or whatever has seen people not mashing shit up enough, and then 4 to 5 month old babies, they've seen an increase in people reporting choking hazards or something like that for that age group. I don't know. Maybe that's where the advice has then shifted to 6 months. I very much followed the advice on the back of the packet. So I was the Becky in your relationship. Like Beck was so strict. 4 months was when we did baby rice with Georgia. Yeah. And she wanted to wait until she was exactly 4 months old to the day.
Yeah.
Like week or two before, I was like, no, she's ready for it. She was on hungry baby food, and she was desperate for it. So I just made a tiny bit with the milk, not a lot, and just put it in on and it's really soft. You can't choke on baby rice once it's made up, and put it in her mouth, and she loved it. And it was just onwards and upwards from there, really.
Yeah, that was our kind of experience as well. It's like, it's that initial surprise that you get from them as well, isn't it? And they were like, what's this? Oh, I like this. I'll have some more. Robin is, you can definitely tell, related to Becky, because she is an independent woman, because she will not come anywhere near that spoon without her grabbing it first. She needs to get that spoon in her mouth. But over the
that's good though. Like she's obviously got something in her head there where she's associated the spoon with feeding. So like play on that. If she knows the spoon's coming and she's grabbing and reaching out for the spoon to put it in her mouth, she's connected the motor neurons or whatever in her brain to say that this spoon is gonna get me some form of satisfaction. I'm gonna get fed.
Well, what we tried to do, and I don't know if this was us being a little bit too overkill, I guess, for want of a better word, but we tried to get into good habits. So when Floss is with us, we generally will sit at the table to try and kind of have a, it's just from school, I've just been from work, Becky's been with Robin all day. And we've just tried to get that family moment, for want of a better word. So for the past couple of weeks, Robin has been in a high chair and watching us, and you can kind of tell that she was interested. She was trying to mimic the actions as well, and at some points we were eating our tea and she was trying to chew. So she definitely started picking it up a couple of weeks before we actually gave her the baby rice. But again, we've like slowly, gradually gave her more things, and it's just really, really nice to see her experience all these new things, because like you can proper see it on her face. And yeah, so when did you go like the full hog and maybe gave her like a piece of broccoli? That's like the big thing, isn't it? Like
Fuck no. No, I have no recollection of when they shot. But we staged it up. I do remember this. Like I remember we went into like sweet potatoes, mashed that up.
Yeah.
And then Beck used to put it in ice cube trays and freeze the ice cube trays, and then you just defrost that, and that's just like a little portion of it. Great. So, but that's like mashed up, soft, similar to like baby rice. I think we did a couple of weeks on baby rice and bottles, then moved into that, and then went up to like chopped up boiled eggs. Maybe not straight away. Maybe not straight away. Maybe there was a bit of a gap. I'm a bit hazy, and no doubt Bet will be fucking screaming and shouting at me at this point. But Georgia loved the sweet potato, but then she went off that. And she loved like a hard boiled egg, but chopped up, dead like small, and then mix it with some butter. And yeah, it was just like a little different taste, a different texture that she got used to. And then before you knew it, we sort of upgraded to harder stuff like hard stuff. Like the top
good shit.
Yeah, like toast, soldiers, and crisps. Cheesy Wotsits. She loved that because the cheese was just so strong.
Yeah.
And then you'd quite often take her out of her baby seat and then just find loads of them just stuffed down the side.
Oh my God, we're getting it. I mean, her face is a mess at the minute, but like we're already getting that kind of like just it's everywhere. And then our high chair has like a little lip, so when she's finished, she'll just start chewing the high chair. Like no fucks given.
Yeah.
I just started chewing the high chair. Think this has still got a bit of tastiness on it. I want it.
Yeah. That's roughly, it does. I think a lot of people, and the best advice I was ever given was just be led by your baby. Your baby will know, they'll be ready for it. And when they try it and they take to it, that's the right time. So,
yeah, and do you know what? You have heard the term baby-led weaning, and I think it is good because Robin looks tiny, but she's taking everything in so well. I mean, we tried toast with her yesterday, didn't go down so well, but today she's had toast, and maybe it was a little bit better toast today, I guess. So she ate that all fine, like no problems, like. Maybe she just likes the butter, but it was that was really positive. I always remember my mum giving my sister, who we've already said my sister's 11 years younger than me, but I always remember my mum giving my sister like a finger full of jam at like 6 or 7 weeks. Like, I'm sure that's what they must have did. I mean, they were giving me whiskey to try and shut me up, I imagine. So, but I mean, that's only half a joke. They did definitely dip my dummy in whiskey to make me go to sleep.
Maybe that's why you don't like it anymore.
Maybe that's why I don't like it. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so that's been our week, and interesting as it is. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have to revisit the whole weaning journey then, because it'll take time. She'll like different things, and then she'll start teething, and then the hard things like the Bicky pegs or the toast or whatever will actually provide her with a little bit of relief.
Yeah, with the teething hasn't come yet. I'm sure it's only a matter of time, but
yeah, that's going to be fun for you.
Yeah, I've heard all the stories. So
I remember once actually, Callum was about 6 months old, and he was teething. He had a bit of a cough, cold, and nothing would get him to sleep. He wouldn't. He'd lie him down on his back, on his front side, nothing. He wasn't having any of it. And the only position that worked was lied on my chest when I was sort of sat almost at like a 60-degree angle. So like he was at 30 degrees. So basically me leaning back.
Right.
And Dickhead here decided to do that on the edge of the bed. So I was sort of sat doing like a half crunch, holding him, and he started falling asleep. I was like, great. Fuck. This hurts.
Yeah. What you meant to do with your life now, kind of.
Yeah, I'm going to be stuck here all night. Oh, great. Luckily, 10 minutes of pain, and then he was fast asleep, and I just put him down, and that was great. I always remember that. Yeah, luckily we never had anything like that with Georgia. But I can't even remember the original point. Yeah, kids are fucking funny.
Kids are fucking funny. And she's just started this now little thing, which I'm sure you warned me about on the podcast, where she's got her toys on the high chair. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Straight away, on the floor. That's a new game. She's funny. She loves it.
I used to call
on the
that
other hand, while I'm trying to work a little bit or do something, picking it up for the 16th time, it's like, can you please go to your grandparents now?
See, it starts off that way, but it's when they develop the ability to do it and laugh at you.
Yeah.
That's when it really grinds you down.
Yeah, because you know then, don't you?
Yeah, and the watching you, the throwing it, making loads of noise, watching you pick it up, laughing and going, ha, he did it, dickhead. Gonna do it again. Fucking kids, man. Kids.
Oh, well, I don't know about you. We're trying to streamline this a little bit. I think that's a good time to end.
Yes, we will. We'll try this again next week. We'll see if it keeps flowing. I think it's done quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, from my side, great to be back.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. And just before you go, I want to leave this little story just to try and show you how the tiredness hits in a little bit. And I want to talk to you about a memorable parenting moment, which I think you'll find pretty funny.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago, obviously we would have talked about this at the time, but my parenting moment of the month, let's say. A couple of weeks ago, it was quite a nice day. We were outside. Flossie just come home from school. I had Robin on me. Flossie had a big lunch at dinner. I think she went out for a trip or something, and then had like a bit of an afternoon stack at after school club. So she only decided she only wanted a small tea, basically. So she just wanted beans on toast. So I was outside with the kids. Mummy was making the beans on toast in the kitchen. I heard a massive smash crack. Whatever happened in the kitchen, it was a disaster. Like, something happened. I ran to the kitchen. And yeah, I just went, and Becky was like, "Oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh my God, I'm so sorry." So complete smash all over. I thought, oh God, she's dropped a pan, she's dropped a plate. No. Becky hasn't been watching, and she's tried to open the tin opener with the can. She's tried to open the can of beans with a tin opener. She's put the tin opener on a glass. An actual glass that you drink of, and started opening the tin. And she was so tired she didn't realise it was a glass in a beans.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So
yeah, I don't think I ever hit that level of tiredness. That's a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, parenting is hard, but it's good.
Yeah. See, now this is beautiful, right? This is prime example of where normally I would have edited out my goodbye, but what everyone's actually just got now is extra time.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're in overtime now. This is golden points era. Golden points on, and
Well, again, thanks everyone for listening. We'll see you next week.
Yes, we certainly will.